Yes, what's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things box. Remember to like, subscribe, hit a bell notification, of course, and put it on all. So let's get into this one. So the day of reckoning happened last night. It was a very entertaining card. Lots of stuff to talk about on there, but this one specifically just talking about Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. This was a fight where going into it, I did pick Anthony Joshua to win, probably by late stoppage was my sort of feeling going into it. I thought Anthony Joshua will still be a little bit hesitant, a little bit, perhaps a tad bit, still experimenting with things, still not quite going in for the kill. But yeah, I'm happy to report that Anthony Joshua did win, and this time he won by a retirement of Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin, was unable to come out. I don't know whether it was his corner that stopped him or he quit himself, but they definitely collectively decided that Otto Wallin was not going to come out for the seventh round of the bout. And in this fight, Anthony Joshua, under the tutelage of new trainer now, Ben Davison, it's unclear as to whether Anthony Joshua is going to maintain Derek James or, maintain both of these guys. But I don't think you really can maintain both of these guys. But yeah, fantastic job, fantastic game plan by Ben Davison and Anthony Joshua. What Joshua did was, he just sort of put his foot down from the word go. He didn't have a high punch output, but what he did was he started to land the right hand, the straight lead right hand from the first round. And Otto Wallin, what helped Anthony Joshua was that Otto Wallin was trying to be a little bit aggressive. He was standing his ground. Otto Wallin wasn't really running around the ring and sort of fighting that fight that he normally does. I was expecting Wallin to sort of use movement and sort of try and get around the ring, get away from Anthony Joshua, pop him with the jab from the outside, keep it long, and sort of give Anthony Joshua issues with the movement, and then Joshua eventually catches him. But what Wallin done in this fight was he decided not to do that. He stood in range with Anthony Joshua and was sort of having a battle of the lead hands with Anthony Joshua, but Joshua was almost a bit too good for him in that sort of mid to short range, because Joshua sort of was able to win the battle of the jabs, and when he landed the jab, it was a powerful jab, and then he was also able to sort of freely land that right hand, and you could tell, you could hear it when Joshua would land that lead right hand, and he was having success with it from round one. And it was a case of, you just looked at the fight, when you watch it back, you'll see that, it's a case of, Joshua consistently landing with the right hand. And he didn't really step on the gas much. It was mainly these single shots, but the single shots he were landing, powerful right hands to the body, and everything that Joshua landed and that he threw had mean intention. So you could tell he was looking to really do damage. And because it was just singles, there were some occasions where he wobbled Otto Wallin and whatnot, but because he didn't really step in and throw combinations from the off, that's why Wallin was sort of able to survive. But you could tell that, everything was hard. And had Joshua sort of stepped on the gas, he could have taken him out a lot earlier. But yeah, the pattern of the fight was, Joshua just sort of winning in every department. Wallin tried to stand his ground, but he realized from early that he couldn't really stand his ground. He couldn't really win a battle close up. And yeah, it was excellent game plan from Joshua. It was just very under control, very, calm, relaxed. And he just let it go. He just let the power shots go. He was pushing Otto Wallin back. And Wallin just pretty much didn't have any ideas or any answers. You would have thought that, okay, after you lose the first couple of rounds and you're getting outworked, you're obviously not landing the cleaner, more effective punches. You're behind in the fight, and obviously, Joshua's going to be the A side, and you'd think that there'd be sort of a change with Wallin. Maybe he'd get on his bike and move around and try and make Joshua miss. But no, he pretty much just stayed in the pocket for those 6 rounds that this fight lasted, and just kept getting blasted with those right hands. And You know, he got some bad damage. I think cut on the nose, on the eye was, you know, blackening, cuts on the face and everything. And, you know, Joshua gave him a torrid time in the 6th round, just more and more of these right hands, body and head. And although it was single shots, they were doing a lot of damage. You could really see the power of Anthony Joshua there. And, you know, for me, it's really hard to even think of a round where you can give Otto Wallin. And yeah, very, very impressive by Joshua. Was able to beat the man, you know, mainly using just single shots. And eventually, the corner, as I say, after the 6th round, the corner didn't send Otto Wallin out for the 7th round. So yeah, very impressive performance by Anthony Joshua. And this really is going to help his profile. What is next for him, we don't know. It could be Hrgović, considering what happened to Wilder, but we'll get into that in the other video. But yeah, could be Filip Hrgović for him next. Could even be a Joseph Parker rematch for him, considering what happened in the other fights. And yeah, for me, I was impressed. I think this is the best Joshua performance that I've seen in years. I would like to have seen some combinations from him, but at the same time, I understand that what he was doing was working. And I think eventually, even if Wallin was able to continue and he did go into the 7th round, it was just a matter of time before he'd get sparked out, because you could tell he was really feeling it. You could tell in his legs. But yeah, very impressive by Anthony Joshua. He boxed a very disciplined game plan, boxed to a plan very, very well. And yeah, he took his time, and you could tell that the impressive thing about Joshua was, the powerful shots and everything, and he was very dominant. But also, it was impressive the fact that he was just taking his time and he was boxing within himself at his own pace. You could tell that what he done there, he could have done all night. So yeah, very impressive. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And until next time, MKO Pugilism over and out.